Built in the wake of the American Revolution, the Myrtles Plantation dates back to 1796. Surrounded by ancient live oak trees along the banks of the Mississippi River, the Myrtles Plantation has become one of the most well-known homes in the South. Located just 30 miles from Baton Rouge in West Louisiana Parish, the Myrtles Plantation in Saint Francisville has a 220-year-old history and is one of the most visited homes in Louisiana. Dotted with crepe myrtles and azaleas across its property, eventually giving the myrtles its name, the picturesque home holds a dark past just below the beautiful plantation's exterior. Rumored to be built on a Native American burial ground, the Myrtles Plantation is also said to be haunted by the former servant named Chloe, ghost children, Civil War soldiers, and 10 other spirits of people who are rumored to have died on the property. My room is thought to be the most haunted, the Fannie Williams Room, also known as the Doll Room. The famous Myrtles Plantation is next on The Ghost Discoverer.
That is really weird.
Playing an important role in the Whiskey Rebellion, a tax imposed on whiskey to help pay the debt accumulated from fighting the British in the American Revolution, David Bradford, a prominent lawyer who became known as Whiskey Dave, fled Pennsylvania for Louisiana as George Washington cracked down on the rebels. He received a land grant from the Spanish government and built his plantation home, then called Laurel Grove. After being pardoned by President John Adams, Bradford sold the plantation to his business partner and son-in-law, Judge Clark Woodruff. Sarah Matilda and Judge Woodruff had 3 children: twins James and Cornelia, and the youngest, Mary Octavia. The Woodruffs planted cotton on the plantation and expanded the acreage. With the expansion, and in the midst of America's oppressive time of slavery, a young woman by the name of Chloe, who was one of the purchased slaves, caught the eye of Judge Woodruff and soon became a forced mistress. Chloe took care of the children and tended to the family inside the home. One day, as she had done on previous occasions, Chloe listened in on a conversation Judge Woodruff was having with his guests. As one of the guests opened the door to the parlor where they were gathered, Chloe was discovered. Judge Woodruff, having caught Chloe eavesdropping before, decided to punish the young woman and severed her ear. From that point, Chloe was put out of the main house and sent to work in the kitchen, where the temperature was stifling and the work was hard. To get back into the good graces of the Woodruffs and the easier lifestyle inside the main home, Chloe hatched a plan. The opportunity came when the judge was away on business, and the twins were having a birthday. Sarah Matilda and the children were pleased when Chloe presented a birthday cake for them. They ate the cake in the dining room and went to bed, never to wake again. Chloe's plan had backfired. Instead of adding a small amount of special ingredient, in this case oleander, harmlessly giving Sarah and the children bellyaches, she had killed them all. Once the morning came, and learning the result of her actions, Chloe realized Judge Woodruff would more than likely suspect her in the death of his family. She turned to the other slaves for help, but instead, they captured her and declared her guilty of murder. Chloe was hung as punishment, and afterwards, her body was thrown into the Mississippi, weighted down by large stones. Chloe's ghost is often seen on the grounds of the plantation. Reports of seeing the spirit of a young African-American woman wearing a green turban is thought to be Chloe. The ghosts of children are also thought to reside at the Myrtles. Believed to be the Woodruff children who died there, they are said to haunt the house and have been seen often. Multiple reports from guests and staff say they have felt their clothes being tugged by these entities, or see them playing near the famous mirror where Judge Woodruff himself has been seen in the reflection. Ghost children have also been seen in the front of the property, as well as in the doll room. Ghostly figures wearing Civil War uniforms have also been sighted. These sightings, along with multiple other entities, are caught on camera. My investigation of the Myrtles Plantation took place over 2 days and 2 nights. There were multiple EMF spikes. I checked for reasons why the K2 would spike, but I found nothing. There were also EMF spikes in an area around the bed. At 10:30 p.m., after conducting an EVP session, I heard a faint knocking coming from the armoire. The atmosphere in the room got thick and heavy as I got up from the couch in the opposite corner of the room. I didn't hear anything, and I wanted to stay quiet and just listen to the room. This is what I caught. All was quiet in the doll room and the hallways. Until... First, there was the sound of one of the cameras left in the children's closet turning itself off, along with a voice recorder that was already recording. It was 3 a.m. Immediately after the sound of the camera turning off, there was a noticeable shuffle and what felt like a hand on my arm. Obviously, it took me by surprise.
And it was fully, I put new.
As the first night came and went, I had high hopes for the second night's investigation of the Myrtles house, but it was still and quiet the entire night. Visiting the Myrtles was a great experience. I had heard about it for years and was not disappointed. The history and the beauty of the plantation, along with the ghost stories, make the Myrtles a fantastic destination to explore, if you're a ghost discoverer or not.
Found something else that was a little creepy.
Hey there, I'm Alex. If you like this content and would like to see more, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss what comes next. And don't forget to follow The Ghost Discoverer on Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. See you next time.